going on here?
Speaking of need to know, there's something I need to know.
Oh, okay. What's that?
Why did John Elway buy a bunch of, not John Elway,
Peyton Manning?
Peyton Manning buy a bunch of pizza franchises in the Colorado area recently?
Does this have something to do with the fact he's going to lose to the Chargers?
No. He's a smart guy. He's a smart businessman.
He's going to lose to the Chargers.
Do you know what happens when you smoke marijuana?
No, Doug, I do not. Doug, will you please tell us what happens when you smoke marijuana,
What is
Doug?
one of the results of smoking marijuana?
I don't know, Doug. You want to tell us?
You get hungry.
You do you, Doug?
That's what I heard.
Oh, you've heard.
And so,
notice how I went from what happens to I've heard. Whoa.
Peyton Manning, he knew this. So he bought all those Papa John franchises.
Are you sure it was Peyton Manning?
Because he knew he was going to make a mint.
I'm telling you.
So not only are they running out of marijuana in Colorado, they're running out of munchies, too.
Yeah, that's got to be.
Anyway, folks, you're listening to Santa Cruz Hometown Station, AM 1220 KHTS. And this is the Gazette Radio Hour with Doug and John, the Gazette Radio Digest version. And for all you need to know to be in the know. John, you look a little frazzled today.
Yeah, it was a hard time getting here.
Over to Canyon Country from your side of town?
Yeah, I was influenced. Apparently, I think Frank Ferry closed some of the lanes on Soledad for some political reason.
Wait, say it again?
I think Frank Ferry closed some of the lanes on Soledad for some political reason.
Why would he do that?
Because I'm sure Canyon Country didn't support him enough or something.
Oh, I know what you're alluding to.
Oh, yeah.
Is this similar to what
it's that
Chris
time
Christie did?
Oh, have you ever noticed that? Well, first of all, okay, we're talking about
maybe our listeners don't know what happened.
Apparently, Christie or someone in his administration closed some of the lanes on. I think it was the George Washington Bridge, one of the busiest intersections, busier than the 405 101. Apparently, it's the busiest in the country. Into Lincoln, New Jersey, was it Lincoln or Franklin? Franklin, New Jersey, I think, because the governor or the mayor didn't support the governor's run for re-election. So there's some emails going back.
It's like political payback. I'm going to close the lanes.
Yeah, I'm gonna create traffic in your town. It's political payback. So I figured Tim Ben, or maybe who knows who else is in Canyon Country, and Frank wanted to get back at us and schedule construction on Soledad.
Wait a minute. Tim Ben lives in Canyon Country.
I'm seeing a connection. I'm not going to point fingers. I don't think we should point fingers.
All right.
No, and then but have you ever noticed? Let's go national. We'll go national.
Okay.
Let's start big. This is a big show. We're going to start big.
I love
we'll narrow it down.
All about national.
It's all about national. But have you ever noticed that every time something bad happens to this administration, something else comes along?
Oh, yeah. Absolutely.
Okay. Take the Bridgegate, okay?
Yep.
Would we be talking about Bridgegate? No, we wouldn't be talking about Bridgegate. You know what we'd be talking about? Gates's Secretary of Defense Gates just came out with a scathing memoir. New book. Oh my gosh! Read some of the excerpts online. Okay, Joe Biden has been absolutely wrong on every major foreign policy decision since the inception of time. That's pretty tough.
What did he have to say about our president?
Lacking leadership was one of them. I think there was he inherited the wars. All he wanted to do was get out. He didn't care about anything else but get out.
Well, what was his motivation for getting out?
I wonder. Maybe make himself look good. So, but that's what we should be talking about. But instead, what do we talk about? Bridgegate. Yeah. Bum, bum, bum.
Well, what about when Benghazi broke and all that?
Oh, yeah. The IRS scandal came along, But the other thing, today, they didn't even appoint a special prosecutors, which they should do, but the person who is going to be investigating the IRS scandal, you know who that is?
No, who?
A political donor for Mr. Obama. You think
you're joking.
You think there's going to be an issue? No, the whole issue,
You're joking, though, right?
Oh, no, I'm deadly serious. The whole issue, the whole problem with that is they targeted special interest groups.
Right.
And what do? They use a special interest group
to investigate
in favor of the person who's investigating the special interest group. It just... do people see this stuff? Doug, you own a newspaper. Do people actually read this stuff? It's in there. Do they look at it? Do they know? Do they care?
I don't know. That's the whole problem. I've talked about that forever. Do people care? Do they care that the economy could burst? Do they care that the dollar could come crashing down and it could be worthless?
We don't even talk about that yet. Let's talk about the jobless rate. Oh, geez. Unemployment dropped to 6.7%. Isn't that wonderful?
Woo. We're on the right track. Economic recovery, baby.
You think, right?
No, I don't.
Good, because the job creation number was 74,000 new jobs. That's it. They were expecting.
Now, this is just California, right?
No, this is the entire
74,000 for the population of over 300 million.
They expected a total of 200,000 jobs being created in December. Okay, so that's significantly down. But gee, John, you would ask, how come unemployment dropped?
Why did it drop, John?
Because 347,000 people dropped out of the labor force. Our labor participation rate is 62.8%.
That's terrible.
Okay, which is horrific. If the that's the lowest since 1978.
And correct me if I'm wrong. Has that participation rate been dropping steadily?
Oh, this is the lowest since 1978.
Yeah.
If the labor participation rate was the same as it was in 1978, okay, you know what our unemployment rate would be? 7.9%.
Gee.
Slight difference between 6.7 and 7.9%. It's millions and millions of people, and nobody seems to care. It's like people are more upset about the whole Duck Dynasty thing.
Yeah.
And
John, I swear, it trickles down to our area. I've talked about this many times. I deal with many local businesses here. Local businesses, their revenue is down. For the most part. I can't say 100% of them, but for most of the ones that we deal with on a weekly and a daily basis, their revenue is down and they're struggling. This is not working. Whatever is happening, whosever fault it is not working.
Oh, I think there's plenty of fault. I'd love to say that it's all Obama or it's all the Democrats or it's all the Republicans or
whatever.
But
there's a lot of good people that aren't.
Well, thanks for cheering me up.
Well, I'll wait till the next segment, my friend.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah,
all right.
It's my turn next segment.
You're listening to the depressing Doug and John at the Gazette Radio Hour with Doug and John on AM 1220 KHTS, Santa Clarita's hometown station. We'll be right back.